All right, welcome back to Bear Fitness. I've got a great workout for you today. It's with a battle rope. I'll have 10 different exercises to do. You can do this um, with minimal effort, or you can break it up, take your breaks in each one. Most of the time, I do it uh, for time. You can do it for reps, but I normally do it for time. But today, I'm going to show you on reps, and I'm going to do one session for you, and it's 10 exercises, and you can take this and do it as many times as you want to do it. I do it normally 4 or 5 times in a row on an EMOM situation, whether that's every minute on the minute, and it'll get your heart rate up, and it will also help you to burn a lot of calories. You'll start from anywhere from 600 calories, and you could go up to 1,000 calories doing this, depending on how long you want to go and do it, or depending on how uh, fast you are in each exercise. So you want to warm up. First of all, you want to get you uh, some arm circles, front and back. Get them warmed up. Get you, for your shoulders and your arms to get worked out. You want to do some jumping jacks to get your heart rate up a little bit. Get your blood flowing, and then you want to get you some squats in, because you will be squatting down in some of these things, um, and we'll get a little. You're gonna get some core in. We'll work your abdominal, your lower back. You'll work your shoulders. You'll work uh, your lower back. Like I said, you'll work your butt. You'll work your hamstrings. You'll work your quads. All of this will come into play, and you'll do it. You can do it for 15 to 20 reps, or however many reps you get until you can go till you get tired if you want to. But right now we're going to start off with an alternating wave with the battle rope. If you don't have a battle rope, you can make one. A lot what I did is I went to the local fire department, and I got a 1.5 inch hose that they were not using anymore. They let me have it. I made my battle rope. It's 50 foot long, and it weighs, in each hand I'll have 17 pounds. So we'll start off, like I said, with the alternating wave. We're going to do it for 50 reps. And here we go. This is how you start it. You want to get down in a squatting position. In a squat position, you'll hold the rope out in front of you, and you'll just alternating waves. All right, that was 50 for that. We'll start the next thing out. We'll do the same thing, but what I like to do is I'll do a kneeling wave. You get down on your knees. You'll come down on your knees, and you'll do the same thing for a count of 50. This helps your core. This keeps your legs down. It's working your core a lot. All right, you come up from there, get you a break, sip of water. If you have all that, or if you're going like I do, you go right into the next exercise, which will be your lateral waves. And on the lateral waves, we're just like you're flying. You're swaying it from back and forth. You'll be swaying it from back and forth. And this is how it works. We're gonna do this for a count of 50 as well. And you want to get into a squat position with this. All right, and you get that for a count of 50, or however long you want to go with that. And then after we do that, I go into what I call gorilla slams. And you'll get down like a gorilla. You'll want to get down like a gorilla and you want to slam it down. You're going to come down in a squat. When you slam it down, you're going to slam the ropes down on the ground. I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. We're going to do a count of 50 of this. All right, and that was 50. And you want to just slam it down as hard as you can do it. And you take your breath. You see I'm already a little out of breath, a little winded. You know, walk it out, stretch it out, shake your arms, shake your legs a little bit, catch your breath. And then we'll start on, we'll do what we call rainbows. And you'll hold them, you'll hold the rainbow, hold the battle rope in the fist position with the ropes straight up and down, and you'll hold them together. And you get your feet shoulder width apart, and you're going to want to go from side to side. You're going to make a rippling effect with the rope, with the battle rope. Start out on the left, or you start on the right, whichever one you want. And you'll do a count of 50 on this. And this helps your core. This will help your arms and your shoulders. And you'll get a good, you keep your core tight. You keep everything tucked in the squat position. All right. You got 50 of those. And then we'll get your breath, get caught up on those. And then we'll go into what I call cyclones. And this helps your arm. This is more for your shoulders and for your lats and your chest, stuff like that. These are cyclones. And you do them inward and outward. You do inward and outward circles. And this is how it goes. We do a set of 50 for this. We're going to out. And you want to get as big around circles as you can get. Just get them as big around as you can get them to go and make a circle. And like I say, you go a count of 50. And you do this. This works your shoulders. This works your chest. There again, it works your core too. All right. We've got 50 of those. And you stay on the same thing, cyclones. And you're going to go inward with them. You want to bring the battle ropes in on themselves when you do this. And you'll do a count of 50. All right, and that is the cyclones. All right, catch your breath, walk it out, shake your arms out, stretch it out a little bit, get your wind back in you. And after the cyclones, we have what I do is uppercuts. And For you women, if you don't want a cut uppercut, you want to bring them up like you're punching in the sky. You'll take the battle ropes, you'll hold them again at the where the ropes are going straight up and down when you do this, and you want to stand at a staggered stance. If you're right-handed, you want your right foot back. If you're left-handed, you can stand this way if you're left-handed. And what I like to do is I'll stand, since I'm right-handed, I start off on my right hand, and I get in there and I'll get 50, sometimes I'll get to 100, I'll lose count and I'll get 100 up, but most of the time you get about 50 in, but if you can do more, you go 100. So here's what it looks like. And you want to go as fast as you can with this. You're punching. You want to punch as hard as you can punch upward. You're going up with it, and you're going to punch. Punch into the sky. And you want to go for 50. This gets your biceps. This gets your core. And it gets into your legs because you're kind of squatted down. You're in a fighting stance when you do this, and you're just punching away for a 50 to 100 count. And that was 50 right there. What I normally do is when I say 100, I get 50 for each arm. That's basically what I do. And then you get your breath on that one. And we're coming up on the last two exercises for this workout. And this is called, I call this the clappers, because you're going to be, you're clapping the ropes together, and it'll make a clapping sound. And you'll be hinged over. What'll happen is you'll be kind of hinged over at your hips. And this works all of your lat muscles, all back in your back and your lower back, but you'll be hinged here. And have a slight bend in your knees when you do it. And you're just gonna, like you're flapping like a bird. You want to clap them together, and it's gonna sound like that. So you get the ropes, and like I said, you get up here, you'll hinge, have your feet shoulder width apart. You'll get 50 of these, and you just want to do just like this. And you're clapping them together. You want to breathe when you're doing this. Each exercise you want to breathe. When you're squeezing, when you clap down, every time you come in, you want to squeeze in your back. That was 50 of those. And you get your breath on them. Get your arms circled, your arms stretched out a little more. And the last exercise that I do for this battle rope HIIT workout, or circuit workout, whatever you want to call it, the last thing that I do is I'll do a Russian twist with it. Something to cool down with. It gets your lower abs, it gets your obliques, it'll get the sides of your stomach, and it'll hit your upper stomach. And you want to hold the ropes together like this. And what you'll do is you'll get down on the ground. Hopefully you'll be able to see me. You get down on the ground, and you'll have the ropes in front of, on one side of you. You'll have it on either the left or the right side. And if you can do it, you want to have your feet 6 inches up off the ground. If you can't do that, you leave your feet down on the ground, have your knees bent slightly, because you want to raise the rope up over your knees, and you want to come over your knees each time. And you're going to twist. You're going to bring it from one side to the next side. You want to twist that. You want to have that rotation in there. You want to twist it on each side when you do this. And you get a count of 50 of them. So you hold them up 6 feet in, you want to hold them up 6 inches off the ground, like this. And you go. And if you can't do it like that, you put your feet down on the ground, have your knees bent, and you want to twist it. Keep that twist going, and you twist on each time, and you're working your core. Keep that core tight. Keep your obliques tight. You want to breathe. You want to lean back just slightly so you can feel it in your stomach. You're going to feel this in your stomach, and you're going to feel it in your sides. And you get 50 of those. All right. You got 50 of those. I didn't have my mat out, so I had to get on the ground to do it. But you're going to you get 50 of those. And that's one set. That is one full session. And you can take that and do it as many times as you want. Like I said, I normally do it about 4 or 5 times. It gives me about an hour's worth of work. And it's a good exercise. And it gets your frustrations out. And it's fun to do some. At certain points, you get winded, you get out of breath, you will break a sweat, you'll be sore. Obviously, you'll be sore the next day, but you'll get a good exercise in, a good workout. I would advise you to, if you're over 60 and you want to do this, you might want to consult with your doctor to make sure that everything's okay. Anybody from 55 on down to in their 20s, it's perfect for you. I mean, it's good for people wanting to get off of cancer. People that are recuperating from cancer, and you've taken your last chemo treatment, or you've waited 10 days after that and you decide you want to get back into it. Because I told my Lord, I said, God, if you help me get off of my cancer, I will go back to working out. And I have. I've done this for 3 years now, and I do different exercises. I'll have more exercises to come for you. But from Bear Fitness, this is Chad Creech, and I thank you for watching, and I hope you take this and do some good with it for yourself or for anybody else. If you have any comments, leave them and I'll look at them and get back with you as best I can. If not, I do appreciate you watching anyway. And I'll try to have this on TikTok and on Facebook. Thank you. Bye-bye.